You're looking at a daily chart of advanced micro devices. I promised myself I would not start with Nvidia today because everyone's talking about Nvidia, and rightly so. But advanced micro devices is a semiconductor fabless stock in the same sector as Nvidia, and this one popped today. Just a little pin action from the Nvidia earnings report. It was up more than 11% with 63% above average daily volume. So a good day for Nvidia longs. It was just ramped all day long. If you look at the 5-minute chart, you can just see a steady grind higher here from 116, 117 up to 120 into the close. So congrats to the longs there. At Advanced Micro Devices, yes, Nvidia is the stock of the day. They reported great earnings. What was more impressive was their guidance, and that's why the stock is going higher. And you don't really want to look at valuation or place market cap value on it. The stock's going up. You can see these big blue volume bars, and that's not Aunt Sally buying. There's institutional investors buying this stock. So you never know how high this is going to go. But a nice power earnings gap, 24% with 255% above average daily volume. And the semiconductors, many of them, got some pin action from this report from Nvidia. RMBS is another one that benefited, up more than 10% with 190% above average daily volume and making new highs. So congrats to the longs there at RMBS. Lam Research, another one, up 6% with volume. There was just a lot of them here making new highs, powering higher. This is KLA, used to be KLA 10 cores, just KLAC now. And this one was up 6% with volume, still near a buy point there, a standard buy point there at 429. So we may be seeing this one on the ready list. We've got to have some semiconductor stocks, right? Speaking of which, Marvell reported this evening, and a strong report. This was in a base. It was on our ready list. I don't know if anybody got into this one, but it's up nearly 15% after hours, and it was up 7.5% during the session today. So there'll probably be some profit taking tomorrow in Marvell, but congrats to the longs there as well. Just a lot of these. ASML is a dominant equipment, semiconductor equipment stock, and this one we had on our ready list as well, and it's starting to get a little extended. I know it's still in the buy zone, but it's for more than 4% above its 10 EMA and 6%, 6.5% above its 21. So it's getting a little extended. I like to see them when they come back here like it did to the 21. That's a little more of an opportunity anyway. So not all is, well, wait a minute. One more that we had on our recent ready list was Broadcom. I think we had it like 6:30, an early entry back in here by its 50 simple moving average, and it blasted higher on news. And then today with the Nvidia report, this thing's way gone, way extended. Sometimes you just got to say goodbye and wait your turn for the next one. Okay, I want to look at some other stocks that are not doing so well in the semiconductor space, and I don't know why. Maybe they don't have as much AI connectivity, but this is another fabulous stock, Lattice. It is just trading. It's just floundering here. You can see how it has this vertical violation, and just weekly, it takes like a month to make up all these gains, and it just gets rejected at its moving average. That looks like a sick stock. So was Allegro, another one that sliced its moving averages and then took weeks and weeks just to weekly trade up. That's a bear wedge, and then get rejected at its moving average. So these are not all rosy here in semiconductor land. STM Microelectronics, this is kind of the same thing here, just a week after the vertical violation, just a weak little attempt to rally and just getting pushed down. And on semiconductor, this one I'm hesitant to put on a ready list. It did bounce off its 50 simple moving average. It is trading within a base. It's trading kind of wild though. So anyway, I'm going to move on from the semiconductors barely, because Supermicro, this is our number one stock at mcstockcharts.com. It's been a top stock for a long time. And you can see today, it's kind of been on a climax run here, and today just bounced higher, 23%. with 289% above average daily volume. So that's a nice power earnings gap. So congrats to the longs at Super Micro. I want to take a look at a couple of other stocks here that are doing well, that are not related to semiconductors. I'm going to get away from semiconductors. This is a rare retail stock doing well. This is Elf Beauty with another strong earnings report. You could see the revenue growth here, 33, 49, 78%. That's what you want to see, accelerating revenue growth and accelerating earnings growth as well. So this one was up 20% with 352% above average daily volume. That was a power earnings gap that we're not going to ignore. I suspect, maybe a little retest back to par, but I think that one's going to go higher over time. Hubs is another one of our top stocks, along with ELF and Nvidia and Supermicro, but this one just keeps grinding higher, made a new high today. You can see it pull back to its 10 EMA on Wednesday, made a new high today, and just another stock that's grinding higher. This is one that I don't talk about often. This is Vita COCO. It's one of those coconut waters. I use it in my protein shakes. They had a secondary offering here on Monday, I believe. They come out over the weekend and people are selling it down to the 50, and then it just bounced right back and stormed to a new high today with volume. 10% move with 262% above average daily volume. That is not to be ignored either. Monday, I know a lot of the software stocks got hurt by Snowflake's wretched report, but Monday, this one looks very good. This got a standard buy point there at 171. It's getting close to it. This thing, you can see the big blue volume bars the last 4 days. This one is moving with power. And this is what you want to see, a prior uptrend and then a pullback within the base. Prior uptrend, pullback, and then blast higher. That's a thing of beauty right there. ServiceNow is another one, not really a stock that I follow, but this is a nice chart, cup with handle, breakout. This is textbook right here. And so congrats to the longs at ServiceNow. Palo Alto Networks, this is another one that I like. Cybersecurity stock. It'll be back on our top stock list as it's above its 50 now, making new highs today. And the last one I want to talk about is a home builder. They've been really strong in 2023, had this pullback here for like 3 days, either prior uptrend, then the pullback to the 21, then it blasts higher. It had earnings, and you could see the volume coming in. Anyway, that's a review for today. There's a lot of stocks that were down. The breadth is really bad. This is a tough tape. You have to be really super selective and picky when selecting stocks, because the majority of them are declining, and we never give up.